Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are working on a first degree equation algebra problem. If you are new to this channel, take a second to read the description box below and then come back and join us. Okay, so this question says, when Leo imported a certain item, he paid a 7% import tax on the portion of the total value of the item in excess of $1,000. If the amount of the import tax that Leo paid was $87.50, what was the total value of the item? Okay, so the most difficult part of this problem, in my opinion, is just how to set up this algebraic equation correctly, which is often the case. However, what's a little bit confusing here is that he only paid a tax on part of the total cost of the item. He didn't pay tax on the entire value or the entire cost. He only paid it on the excess amount, or the amount that was in excess of $1,000. So in order to show that algebraically, we know that he paid 7%. And again, to convert this to a decimal, 7%, you just take this decimal point here and you move it 2 to the left to get this number here. So that's just this percent as a decimal. Now we're going to multiply it by the value that he actually paid tax on, and that's where it gets a little confusing. So the value of the item, or the total, we're going to call T, but then we have to subtract $1,000 because he didn't pay any tax on this first $1,000. So if the total value of the item was, let's say, $2,000 and he didn't pay any tax on the first $1,000, now you're going to be doing what you should be, and you're going to have $1,000 here that he did pay tax on, and you multiply it by 0.07. So that's just to kind of mentally, I guess, recognize why this equation works. So now we're going to set this equal to $87.50, which is the amount he actually paid in taxes. Now all we have to do is just solve for this T, and that will give us the total value of the item. So going from there, we're going to go ahead and divide by this 0.07 on both sides. And I will note that you could distribute this, but that's going to take a lot more math and it's going to take you a lot longer. And since with the GMAT, of course, you have to focus on your time, I would recommend dividing this first. So now we're going to get T minus 1,000 equals whatever, or some number here. So let's move the decimal 2 to the right and move this decimal 2 to the right. So now we have 8750 divided by 7. We're going to get 2, 14, 3, 5, a 5 and a 0. So 1, 2, 5, 0. Now we're going to just add this 1,000 on both sides, and we're going to get $2,250, and that here is going to be our final answer. So if we take a look at our answer choices, we're going to see that that is letter C, and that's about it. So again, if this question was difficult for you, I would recommend going back and reviewing your word problems and algebra, and just really read the question carefully and just really try, even without, getting overwhelmed by the math of it, just really try to think and understand what the question's saying, and then try to translate that into an equation. So, all right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I do have 3 really quick homework assignments for you guys. The first one is to grab your free GMAT formula sheet if you haven't done so yet. Second one is to like and subscribe to this channel. And of course, extra credit goes to anybody that is willing to leave me a comment below. And lastly, do question number 14 before Tuesday so you're all ready for that video. All right, thanks again, guys. See you next time.